in the mobile home industry. From the bottom to the top, he climbed the ladder of success. Investing in them trailers, he was bound to impress. Started off with nothing, just a dream in his mind. But he had that fire burning, couldn't be confined. He saw potential in the mobile homes, a hidden treasure. Flipped him like a pro, turned him into a real estate pleasure. J Garcia, the mobile home king.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Mobile Home Confessions in Cars. We're in a truck this time. We're in a truck. Hello everyone, Jose J Garcia. So on this episode, we are in a Raptor, the Ford Raptor. You know, before the Ford Raptor, there was the Ford Lightning. Check it out, Ford Lightning. That was more of a street mod, lowered, big wheels, you know, that type of look. The Ford Raptor, which was introduced in 2010, more of a jacked up. Little wheels, big tires. So let's take it off-road, but it's not as much as an off-road as it is on-road speed truck, as they call it. So SVT, same thing as the Mustang, same thing as a Saline. You know, they're quick, they're made fast. We've tested out a little bit. It'll go. For a truck, you know, it's not as fast as my Corvette. It's not as fast as some of the cars that are going to be on this episode. Stay for the future series. We got a lot more coming for this, but all in all, you know, this truck is 10-speed auto. Very, very nice, and it does have the shift mods on it as well, so I like it. If I were going to choose a truck, I'd probably say let's go with I like Dodge, but yeah, we'll stick with Ford for now. So Ford Raptor. Now on this episode, we are going to go pick up a dear investor friend, partner. We've done many deals before. We've seen a lot of stuff. We got into some things deals wise, mobile homes. You're going to hear from his story as well. But we got Mr. Justin. Justin is a real estate. So now he shifts back and forth. He does them both. Does them all. Real estate and mobile homes. He's also a podcaster, has his own YouTube channel. The guy is great. So he's going to come on here. We're going to be talking about confessions, mobile home confessions, the raw, unedited. That's what we're going to talk about. So stay tuned. Let's go pick him up. So here we are, another episode. So I got Justin. We just picked him up. We're about to go ride around and have some fun here in a few minutes, but first we're going to deliver some raw footage. So Justin, how long you been in business, mobile homes, real estate?
So I got into it back in 2018, so it's we're going on about 5 years now.
I thought you were in there longer than that. Okay.
No, just 5 years, man.
Just freaking killing it. 5 years.
It's been an amazing journey. I love mobile homes specifically just because it's a low barrier of entry. The cost to get a mobile home, as you know, I mean, you can get it anywhere from for free, a couple grand up to 10 grand. I mean, it depends on location and situation of the seller and also the condition of the mobile home.
Yeah, but you and I said this, you flip-flop and you do real estate and mobile homes. I mean, you've been around long enough to see the good, bad, and ugly.
Yep.
No doubt. You know, I love all investments. Mobile homes to me are just simple, quick. You flip them, make your money, you keep on going. When I think about real estate closings, I picture Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
Play it. and then the broker didn't show up or something happened. It's like the closing may not even happen. So, but hey, it's all good stuff. If you know what you're doing like Justin does, you know, you can get that done. But being on both sides of the spectrum, I guess, what's the biggest differences you see in mobile homes, real estate?
So I specifically go after mobile homes and single family homes in the real estate space. So biggest difference is obviously the cost, right? When you compare what it costs to purchase a mobile home off market, going direct to seller, compared to single family real estate, for one, single family real estate, you've got a lot more competition. So that's going to drive up the prices. The cost to build the house obviously costs way more. So your cash on cash return and your cap rates are going to not be as nice as if you're wanting to cash flow on a mobile home. That's why I like mobile homes. Mobile home was my first investment when it came to building my rental portfolio. Why? Because it only cost me $5 grand to pick one up, right? The problem is they got the stigma to where everyone thinks like they're just not worth nothing. But if you want to really build cash flow and have that passive income every single month, mobile homes is the way to go when you compare it to single family real estate. Both have, their own advantages, but if you're looking strictly at the cash flow, what you can make on a investment, an asset every single month, mobile home is going to be your best bet.
It just reminded me, I met you at a mobile home park not far from where we're at, from here, I think.
Yep.
And I lowballed you. When we saw that one mobile home, and I was like, this is a good deal. If I can get it to that. It didn't work out. I think you ended up selling that, or that wasn't your first rental.
So that was my first rental.
You did convert it to a rental.
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually was going to do a fix and flip, and I got such a crazy deal on it that I was like, you know what? Let me see if someone will just, pick this up, for an extra like 10 to 15 grand. Let me do a quick flip. But I ended up meeting you on it, and I seen what you wanted to do. I was like, he's gonna turn this to a rental, do a rent to own. Why don't I just go and do the same thing? And that ended up being my first rental, and it just kind of like snowballed from there to where I just started picking up more and more and more, and we were able to build up that cash flow.
Yeah, but you take action and you run with it. That's one thing about Justin I've seen. Justin's got that go. So many people out there, they talk and they got to take breaks, and it's like, how bad do you want it? But all right, so being in this business long enough, you've seen good, bad, ugly. We're gonna keep saying it. Tell me one of your craziest a story you could share on one of these investments.
Man, so it goes back to that first one. So I did a rent to own on that first mobile home, and I think about 3 years into the deal, the lady she was a single mom, had 3 kids. She fell on some hard times because of the pandemic, and she got way behind to where she couldn't afford to catch up how far behind she was on with her debt. And so we worked out a deal. I was like, listen, I don't want you to go through the whole eviction process. Why don't you just hand the keys over? Because if I evict you, you're gonna have that on your record. You're not gonna be able to get another spot. So we worked out a deal to where I was able to get her out. But when I took it over, I don't know if it was spite or what it was, but she had a massive leak under the mobile home. And this is a big mistake that I made. I allowed the utilities to still be in my name.
Oh.
So I was still responsible for paying the water bill. And because she was on her way out, she didn't give 2 shits about what was going on with the mobile home. So she had this massive leak. When I tell you it was a leak, I'm talking about like water was going to the neighbor's mobile home. It was that bad. And it was just compulsive. It apparently had been going on for 3 weeks. The water bill was $3,000.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to eat that. And she knew it was happening, but because she was getting kicked out, she didn't give 2 shits. And that was a massive lesson for me, which was don't ever let the utilities remain in your name. Always make sure that the tenants have to be responsible for everything, because you don't want to have to go through that pain of forking out $3,000 out of your pocket.
That's funny you said it, don't ever. I thought you were going to say don't ever rent to single moms. We talked about that on episode number 2, and it was people that live in cars. They're homeless. That was a lesson for me. It's like, why are they there?
Yeah.
Let me help them out. You want to do the right thing, and that's what you did. Look how that paid off.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things learned. So, wow. Okay. Best win you've ever had?
Ooh, best win was I got 3 mobile homes from a homeowner or a seller last year. He was a tired landlord. He was sick and tired of renting these mobile homes out, and they were actually in good areas in Byron, Georgia. He gave me a smoking deal on them. And
is that the ones I saw?
I don't know if you saw these ones.
Okay.
I did a vlog on my YouTube page, but I got a package of 3 mobile homes. I did a fix and flip on them. They were just cosmetic flips, and I made a net profit of $104,000 within 3 months.
Man,
of flipping those. Yeah. and that's the thing with mobile homes is the upside. So the cost when you compare it to doing single family real estate when it comes to rehabbing is a fraction of the cost, right? So you win when you buy, right? And not only did I get these at a good price when I bought them, but the cost to rehab them was so much cheaper when you compare it to single family real estate, because they're mobile homes. That's what really drove up my profit margins. Was I got it at a good price, right? And then 2, the rehab cost was just so cheap, and it allowed me to have nice profit margin on 3 of those.
$140K.
$104,000.
$104,000.
Yes.
3 months.
Yes, in 3 months.
Yeah, net. Make sure you pay attention to that listening. Hey, this ain't gross.
Yeah, right.
He took
no
it
one
home.
cares about gross. What did you net?
Yeah.
What did you net?
Because some people gross not enough to take anything home. So
Right,
remember that.
exactly.
Okay, well, awesome. Worst fail.
Oh, man.
Or best teacher is the way I like to say it.
Yeah, because failure is a teacher, man.
As long as you don't do it again.
Yeah, you don't want to make the same mistake twice, that's for sure. Dude, biggest failure, man, in real estate.
Real estate or mobile homes, yeah.
It's not mobile homes, but it is in real estate. It would be a storage facility that I bought.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I bought this 116
He's
unit.
everywhere. He's dipping in everything. He's taking
I bought a 116 unit storage facility in Augusta, Georgia, and I thought it was a really good deal. And it was probably 2 miles. I actually technically still own it. I sold it on a note. I got myself out of the situation, but this is what happened. So I bought this storage facility because I was making so much money in 2021. I was like, I gotta really offset this stuff and buy an asset. And I'd been learning about the storage facility space. And so I found this storage facility after I posted on Facebook what I was looking for. It was 116 units, bought it for like $300,000. I was like, man, this is a steal of a deal. Like, it's 2 miles from the highway. It's directly across from an apartment complex. Like, this is ideal for what you would want. Little did I know it was in a horrible location in regards to it was in the hood. And and so there was always break-ins, there was bad tenants not paying the rent on time, tenants always trying to get over on you and get 3 months rent. And I was just like, man, this is just, it's not it. I was like, I got to get out of this. And so I ended up selling it on a note to another investor. I was completely transparent about the situation, because the last thing you want to do is lie to the person that you're selling to. I let them know. I was like, listen, this is what's going on. These are the struggles I'm facing. Maybe you'll be better than I am at dealing with this stuff, but if you want it, I'll sell it to you for $400,000. So I was able to get my money back.
So you still made a profit.
Yeah, still made a profit, but I consider that a failure, which failures are lessons, right? I consider that a failure because I didn't do my due diligence the right way. Doing your due diligence is so crucial, especially if you plan on taking ownership and turning it into a cash flowing asset. If I would have done my due diligence, I would have known that it wasn't a good enough asset that fits my buy box for what I'm looking to do. If I would have reached out to the sheriff's office and asked, hey, do you guys always get calls or complaints about break-ins? I would have had my answers and knew to stay away from this place. But because I was in a rush and I thought I was just, getting such a good deal, I ended up getting a rude awakening and ended up selling it on a note.
I'm curious. It's not off Dean's Bridge.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Because Augusta has some nice parks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet, but they say there's nice parks out there. But we've had a mobile home community, and it was the same thing. I mean, just drugs. That's where pimps went. That's when, it was every day. Yeah, cops in and out. Just, one of those. So,
yeah.
You talk about, you got a large portfolio of rentals, and obviously you do. Mm-hmm. So you're constantly hiring contractors.
Oh, man.
Notice the shift of energy. Like, tell me the worst contractor you've ever hired or dealt with.
There's been a few. Which story do you want to hear?
It's the worst.
So here's the thing. This is something that I've learned, right? And this is why I always say you win when you buy. Because if you buy at too high of a price, what happens next is you're going to be looking to do your rehab at the cheapest price. Whether you're looking to keep it or you're looking to flip it. And so that's why I'm very picky now with what I take down, because I want to be able to afford the rehab. One, I'm not about to get in there and do the rehab myself. I've graduated from that whole situation. Even though I'm a former contractor, know how to do it. I value my time. So I'm not about to get in that place and start doing the rehab myself. Two, when you go cheap, you get cheap. And sometimes that can mean, yes, you get what you pay for. And sometimes that can mean you get robbed, right? You might give a deposit to the contractor and he never shows up. And that's actually a very common thing. It's still happening today. I hear it all the freaking time.
Yep.
And I've made the mistake of, I had some properties. I don't want to say it because I already know this person's probably going to be watching, but who cares? And, but this person had done multiple rehabs for me and done some multiple projects. I gave them a deposit ahead of time because they were hard up for money, right?
Always.
And I check on the project a week later after they told me it was completed. It wasn't done. They told me that they had painted the entire unit. It was not painted. And so call this person. Of course, excuse after excuse. I'm going to get in there, get it done. It never got done. And so it goes back to, one, you win when you buy, right? Because when you buy at the right price and you're able to afford the good contractors, you're not going to deal with the BS. When you buy at the wrong price and now you're at a limited budget for what you can spend on the rehab, now you're dealing with the bottom of the barrel type of contractors, which always comes with problems and conflict. And I like to always avoid that at all costs, right? So finding the right contractors is so essential to your success when it comes to having a successful rehab. But dude, I could go on for days with the stories that I have with contractors.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Whether you're in real estate, mobile homes, contractors, it's always the same thing. I don't have a hard time finding a deal, a buyer or a seller. It's the freaking contractors. They done stole this, not showed up. Quick story on that, and I've shared this. We actually had a lady, investor, who invested in a mobile home in Savannah. She, sight unseen, okay, just pictures, hired a contractor who did all the work. He was sending her photos of another rehab, charging her money. She finally showed up to see her finished product, and her mobile home hadn't been touched.
Wow.
That's the kind of BS that, his reaction was. That's where it comes from. So, I mean, now, dealing with tenants. Now, let's move forward. It finally got rehab, so you got tenants in there. What's the most tenants you ever found living in a mobile home?
Most tenants I've ever found? Dude.
Or people living in a mobile home. It was supposed to be two.
Yeah. Well, I've actually bought one in Central Georgia. And the day of closing, I actually was smart enough to go do a walkthrough. Someone was just telling me, go do a walkthrough on this mobile home. And when I went out there, dude, there's probably 9 people in there. I'm dead serious. And none of them are related. They're all meth heads in there doing their thing.
Man.
Yes. Treating it like a little drug house because they knew it was vacant and they knew no one was there and they didn't give a shit. And I went in there and I raised hell and threatened to call the cops, and they scattered like rats because they didn't want to go to jail. But that's another thing, is make sure you do a walkthrough before you close on that property, because if it's in a sketchy area, more than likely some sketchy things are going to be going on.
Yeah, no, for sure. I had 20 people living in a mobile home once.
Wow.
20. How do you even fit that? Two bedrooms, no bathrooms, mobile home.
Hey, dude.
Put the mobile home scene, the clientele, and all the activities that goes with it. One word.
Underground gold mine. Here's the thing, and this is why I love mobile homes. This is why I always love mobile homes. It's like I said, there's less competition, right? So anytime you have less competition, you're going to be able to get these things at some good prices. The more competition, the more people going after something, that drives up the prices, right? And 2 is cash flow, right? Because I'm able to get these at a deep discount and get these at prices that I like what? There's no thing. If you get a house for $5,000, more than likely, you're going to do a complete rebuild, or you just bought a piece of land, right? It is common to get mobile homes for $5,000 and only have to pour 10 to 15 grand in them to make them livable. So that's why I say, when it comes to mobile homes, these things are underground gold mines.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and they're out there. Deals are out there. We're clearly in the same markets, same areas. You finding your own deals. That's the thing, is the stigma's there, but a lot of people think it's getting too competitive. You see that with mobile homes? I mean,
no, dude. If you're talking about going and buying parks, obviously you've got a lot of hedge funds and big private equity companies that are trying to buy the parks, which I understand. but there's a space for the small guys like you and I that want to go after and have ownership in the mobile home space. And just like what you do, you can go out and you can solve park owners' problems by filling up with tenants, getting the mobile homes rehabbed. That's the way that you bring value. And you also got the private land space, right? There is so much opportunity, especially in the southeast region of the U.S. There's so much opportunity to go buy mobile homes on private lands. And those hold way more value than the ones in the park, obviously. And you can still get them at a deep discount because, again, people don't see the value in them. But how many investors do you hear about buying 3 mobile homes on private land and making $104,000 in net profit? It's not talked about. It happens all the time. You just don't hear about it because people want to flex their muscles with the single family real estate because they get all the tax benefits. I get it. But again, if you want to really build wealth and get rich, you need to consider mobile homes because it's a great opportunity.
Should be part of your portfolio somewhere, if not all you're working on. So you rehab mobile homes?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
So he's been there, done that too. So all right. So you're into real estate, mobile homes, storage units. Still made money off of that, and I'm sure you're doing other things. What's next?
Man, right now, you know what we're really trying to do is trying to grow the podcast, Keys to Currency. We're looking to bring.
Subscribe.
Yes, we are. So what we're doing with the podcast is really bringing value and awareness on how you can go out there and do the type of things that me and Jose are doing. And it's at no cost when you're watching our podcast. It's not just us shooting the shit. It's like a masterclass. You're getting actual value off of the information that you're listening to and watching. And really what I want to do is build a community of like-minded individuals that are looking to get into real estate, looking to get into single-family real estate, mobile homes, and we can all network and bring value to each other by doing deals together, right? That is my main focus right now, is building a community, and 2, how can we all go and make money together?
There you go. There you have it. That's it for this episode. Hope you liked it. I told you Justin would bring information. If that one guy is watching the video, hit the like to while you're at it.
Listen up, let me tell you about a man named J Garcia. He hustled hard, made moves in the mobile home industry. From the